In this problem, we need to factor everything. So we have all three of these. So again, you definitely want to do this for these kind of problems. So that way you know what the LCD is going to be. So first we'll start with 5x over, and if we factor this, two numbers that multiply to make 12 that add to be 7 will be 3 and 4. Both of these will do plus. Next, we have 7x over, and we have these. We have factors of -4 that add up to 3. So we're going to use 1 and 4 here, and the 4 needs to be positive. And then this one, factors of -3 that add up to 2 would be 1 and 3. And we want the 3 to be positive and the 1 to be negative. 3 minus 1 will give you a 2. Okay, so now the LCD needs to be made up of everything that we see here. So it has to include one of each of the factors that we see. So first of all, I've got x plus 3, x plus 4. And I also see an x minus 1 here as well. And we have x plus 4. All the other ones are accounted for. So this is the LCD. So we need to put this in front of all these different fractions. So it's going to take a little bit to write all this out. So just bear with me here. So we're going to put this here. X minus 1. I'm going to write small so I can fit all this in. And then we have 5x over x plus 3, x plus 4. So I got that in front of the first one. We have our equal sign. And now I'm going to write this whole thing out. All that over 1 multiplied by the middle fraction here, 7x over x minus 1, x plus 4. Then we have another one again. We'll write it out, x plus 3, x plus 4, x minus 1 all over 1. And that's going to be times 3 over x minus 1, x plus 3. All right, so we got it all written out. And now we're going to start canceling here. So I have x plus 3, x plus 4 cancels out with that down below. I have x minus 1 cancels and x plus 4 cancels there. And here I've got x minus 1 and x plus 3 cancel. So here's what we have left over. 5x times x minus 1. Nothing else. Everything else cancels. Then I have 7x times x plus 3. Everything else cancels there. Then here I've got minus sign there, and I have 3 times the last factor, x plus 4 is what I have left over there. Okay, so now I have everything all written out without fractions. So again, if you do this correctly, all the fractions should cancel out there. Next, we're going to multiply all this out and then add the like terms. So I get 5x squared minus 5x. On the other side, I have 7x squared plus 21x. And then I have minus 3x minus 12. All right, so now I need to add some like terms on the right-hand side. So I'll leave that alone here. Leave the left-hand side alone. Okay, now there I have 21 minus 3 on that side. So it's going to be 18. So plus 18x. And then I have minus 12. Okay, we need to get this equal to 0. So I'm going to subtract the 5x squared. I'm also going to add 5x to both sides. I'll do that at the same time. That way I get a 0 on the left-hand side. 7x squared minus 5 is 2x squared. 18 plus 5 is 23x, and then I have minus 12. There's no common factors here, so I'm just going to factor this, and I'm going to use the trial and error method on this one. I have 2x here, and I have an x. That gives us 2x squared. That's really the only combination of that that'll work. We just have to play around with the 12. So let's start with 3 and 4 and try that. I'll get 2x squared. I have an 8 and a 3. That's not going to give me 23. So we can maybe switch those, try 4 and 3. We get 2x squared. We get 6 and a 4. No, that doesn't work either. So let's try something else. Let's try a 2 and a 6. 2x squared, 12 and a 2. That's not going to add up to 23 either. So let's switch that and do 6 and 2. 2x squared, we have a 4 and a 6, doesn't add up to 23 either. All right, so now we're on to the last set. Let's try 1 and 12. Okay, so 2x squared, 24 and 1. Yes, that does give us a combination of 23. If I make this a plus and make that a minus, I would get a positive 24. X minus 1 is 23x. So yeah, that would be the right way to factor that. Now we're going to set each one equal to 0. So 2x minus 1 equals 0, and x plus 12 equals 0. Add 1 to the other side, we get 2x equals 1, divide by 2. We get answer of 1/2. This one, subtract 12 from both sides, and we get x is equal to negative 12. We want to go back and check in the factored version to make sure we don't get division by 0. 1/2 doesn't make any of these 0, so we're good there. Negative 12 doesn't make anything 0 on the bottom, so we're good there as well. That means that this will have two answers. X is 1/2 and x is negative 12.